was it? Babe, it wasn't. Yeah, but it wasn't. Well, everyone's here?
That one corner you can't see where it says
Oh,
R
it's okay,
on
but
it.
I don't want to do that anyways right now. They can have that in the background. Are we on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Greetings, family. Don't mind me. I just work here. It's good to be with you once again to our Frank 26 UB2B. I hope you're all doing well. I decided to come on a little early today so I could finish early and eat and eat early. I'll sleep like from 3 to 8. Sometimes I get lucky from 2 to 8. Yeah. Isn't that right, Tink?
Yep.
And my poor baby girl goes to bed. And I see her in the mornings. And what do I spend like about 5, 6 hours on the phone?
More than that.
And then all the paperwork and all the reports and then writing up what we do for you in the evening. It's good to be with you. I believe it's the 20th, is it?
Yep.
It is the 20th, no?
19 today. 19.
I knew it. I was just testing you. It's good to be with everybody. Can you all hear me okay? Is my voice projecting well? You can let me know if what they say there, Tink.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Let's get to studying. You want to? Everything that I'm about to say is in my opinion, strictly in my opinion. We study the Iraqi dinar and the fact that we believe that it's going through a revaluation. Well, it's gone through a redenomination, a revaluation by recalculating, and now through a reinstatement, whatever amount they decided to reinstate it back at. It was brought down around 322, I believe, back in 2003. And now it's being primed, and it looks like the CBI is telling us that they're ready to introduce new, smaller category notes and fills, the coins, which can only be done if they lift the 3 zeros from their exchange rate. Because they've done a pretty decent job of lifting the 3 zeros from the streets. And those are the two areas where the 3 zeros are being lifted. And I believe that MA, I'm not talking about their M figures, but just MA, mission has been accomplished enough, because then we see that they were allowed to bring back the support of this currency. And they did it by laws and recently by the assets. In fact, they just said a few days ago, we have so much to back up our currency that it is way beyond international standards. That's encouraging. Turn on the airplane for me. That's encouraging. That's really good. Primed and ready, are we? Yeah. Locked and loaded, are we? Yeah. Yeah. Good. You're going to have to be. I'm trying. I appreciate that smile, by the way. That tells me you're there by my side and we're going to get through this. Huh?
I'm always by your side.
But you know what I got to do. I mean, yesterday, we talked about, I said the ramifications, and I used that word first, and then I said the consequences of what has happened in Saudi Arabia. And one of the things that we said on Saturday is that we need to let time go by. It's always best to gather all empirical data in order to make a proper decision. We're not third world countries that do things, on emotions. President Trump has been studying the situation. Oh, and by the way, everything that I say tonight is in my opinion. Everything that I say tonight is in my opinion. I don't care what I say, it's in my opinion. I have a God-given right to express that in the United States of America, especially in this venue of the internet. If you don't like my opinion, I respect that. But I would really respect you if you went away and just didn't tell me that you didn't like my opinion. Just go away. If you wish to stay and listen to my opinion, do me a favor. When we're all done, take my opinion to God in prayer. I need all the help I can get in order to continue to do what I do with you. And that is to share with you my team's study, our opinion of what's going on. So yesterday, when this was all going down, we said that we need time to go by. We need to study it and understand, because I said to you Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yesterday, Wednesday, I don't understand. That was the dumbest thing that I've seen in my lifetime that another country would do in order to draw attention. And it was done so weakly, so cowardly, so inefficiently, so buffoonish. I made up the word, okay? So bozoic. Google it. Is that a Google? No.
No.
You get my point. I didn't understand. I still don't. And it causes me to be suspicious, because if I don't understand something as black and white, and there's too much gray in there, that bothers me. But I pushed it aside, and I told you yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar I've always said, is like a lava flow. You ever seen a lava flow? Ooh, what a sight to behold. On the Big Island, Mauna Kea, actually it's Kilauea, isn't it? Kilauea that's ticked off and constant. I think it's been going for, wow, I don't even know now, about 15, 16 years. Maybe not that long.
I think it said 83.
83? Oh, since 1980. I thought 83 years.
Oh, no,
83. Well, that would be 10, 20, 30, 40. Wow, so some 30-something years. Yeah, Kilauea, the lava flow. Hey, can we stop that? No. How long has it been going? A long time. I dare you to get in front of a lava flow and try to stop it. I dare you to get in front of this monetary reform, this reinstatement phase that it's in now, and try to stop it, or try to tell me that, no, there's nothing, it's impossible, it's not going to happen. Look, I don't care what your, what do you call them, gurus say. Honestly, I don't care. I don't even, no, I don't care. I care what my team say. And you see, they're very logical. They're very astute too. And they don't, and we don't talk with emotions like I talk to you with emotions. I express myself to you in the same manner that you wish to express yourself to the world. I say the things that you want to say so badly. Anyways, and I'm very, very grateful with what I'm very, very grateful with what President Trump is doing right now. I mean, he got rid of some people that might have advised him wrong. And he's being cautious. He's gathering information. And the title of our YouTube today, our UBTubi, is called, well, it depends on President Trump. Oh,
No,
did we shut down?
It's my computer.
Oh, it's your computer. You need to buy a good computer, babe. That's a cheap computer. Every time my face goes up on your computer, it goes boom.
Nope.
Boom. That's the third time I've lost my train of thought. But it goes right back to the same thing. I like what President Trump is doing. And he's gathering all this information. And now it's at the point where there's the evidence. About 30 minutes ago, O'Brien, Secretary of State, and some other people came out and they said, look at here. Now, catch 22. Catch 22. That was a good movie, by the way. Simon Garfunkel was in it, I remember. Yeah. They were in a B-17 that had, no, B-25 that had crashed in the water, and then, I'm sorry. Catch 22 is what I find myself in as an American citizen. I'll be darned if I do, I'll be darned if I don't. Trump, you gonna attack him? I'll be darned if I do, I'll be darned if I don't. I know. What'd you tell him? In Saudi Arabia? Yeah, what'd you tell him? I said, well, look, I mean, here's all the reports. And we got your reports too. We got Turkey's report. We got Israel's report. We got everybody's report. Based on the material that we collected, these parts, these scraps and whatnot, based on the glide path and it's easy to track back. It looks like it was from Yemen. And it looks like it, I mean, who supplies Yemen? North Carolina? No. That's a beautiful state, by the way. No, Iran does. So, Saudi, what are you going to do about this, says President Trump? And Saudi says, well, what are you going to do about it? I never promised you a rose garden. I never promised to protect you. But you're our allies of the Middle East. Are you watching what he's saying to us? Mr. President, what are you going to do? Tell you what you do. Get yourself all together, take all this data, and let's talk. Let's see what you want to do. And whatever you want to do, we got your back. Did you hear that, Middle East? President, give me stamp of approval. Uh-huh. Everybody okay now? Okay. We all okay? Okay. Sit down, Dubai. Sit down. No, you can keep it. Sit down. But Mr. President, I don't want to go to war. You know something, Saudi? Neither do we. War is destructive. War costs money and lives. War takes up time. War stops things. What? Do you remember yesterday I said to you that I don't think we're going to have a war. What we're going to have more than anything else is surgical precision operation of the landscape of Iran. And I told you that it would be their nuke sites. This is all in my opinion. I mean, it's only logical. What are they going to hit? What are they going to hit? The Piggly Wiggly stores in the north part of Iran? No. Then they have the audacity. And by the way, for those of you that are saying, why is he talking about Iran? He said he'd never talk about Iran. It's my UB2B. And I can cry if I want to. And oops, sorry about that. But it turns out that I had a phone call last night. Ring a ding ding. Yes, sir. Really, sir? By who's saying this? Really? Okay. But I thought he wanted this, you know, as much as I want this, huh? Oh, is that what it is? That's no problem. You can't stop a lava flow. Right? Right. Okay. Oh, Pontius Pilate? That's a good idea. Saudi, how about if you guys go on, hit the ground, and we got the air and the land, and the water. Let's surgically just, maybe, if need be, it depends on, if that's what you guys want to do. It depends if I want to back you guys up. Yeah, let's not have a war. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? Just, No? Okay, how about boom, 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 boom. You like that? We like that too. Yeah. So, Mr. President, you going to go to war? I wouldn't call it war. It's going to be, let's just say that to Iran, harsh things could happen in the Middle East. And if I remember, yesterday I told you, family, that in my opinion, oh, by the way, how about some oil refineries? They have the audacity to continue to sell oil. Then they capture oil tankers. These guys are just a piece of work. They are, stubborn. A goat would just jump over a cliff and say, I give up, I don't want to argue. They are amazing. Stubborn, and the attitude. You remember when we had to deal with Kuwait? Yeah, was it 1990, was it around that time? And all of a sudden, every night at 11:30 at night, this is ABC, direct from Kuwait. What was it? Saddam Hussein. They're getting rid of Saddam Hussein. We're here to interview the Prime Minister of Kuwait, for the bad guy here, Saddam Hussein. Sir, what do you think? And the little guy, I think he was like 4 feet tall, and he had to look up to the microphone and talk like that. We're gonna kill you! You don't have a chance! Wow, dude, you should be more, tactful. That's not the things to say, and that's what I'm reliving history again. And that little guy disappeared. Nobody ever saw him again. But I've got him. I don't know if I ever told you. In those 2 rooms over there, there's over 18,000 VHS tapes. My poor wife. Yeah, I'm a gatherer of information. And in 1982, I started to study. Just on Kuwait, I have 191 tapes. You see, I recorded 3 different channels, ABC, NBC, and CBS, and back then those were the primary ones. And I recorded them to get the 3 different political point of views. And I recorded 24/7 for 30 days. I know everything they said. I know everything they didn't. And when I studied those videos again last night, staying up, looking for selected things, it dawned on me, we can't go to war like this. And what did I say? I looked right at the camera, honey. I need some honey still. I'm actually getting better. Do I sound better? Ha, ha, ha. Does that sound better? Okay. And I said, I looked at the camera and I said, we don't want war. You know why? Because if we have war, we don't have an RI. It's only logical. So in my opinion, we're not having a war, but it's interesting what is going on. So it depends on Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, where we're going to be at. And when I came to a conclusion this morning after waking up, it dawned on me, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Except, clean up in aisle 4, please. There's a bit of a mess there. Hit it with the best disinfectants that you can. Put a layer of Clorox bleach on top of that floor and just leave it there for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Just clean the floor. Why do you want to clean under the floor? Really? Okay, you can remove the grids. You can, there's some vents down there. If you want to get underneath, fine. How deep you want to go? A mile deep? Okay. Hey, your business. Clean up in aisle 4, okay? In the meantime, Iraq, how you doing? We're doing good. How's the bulletin boards? You didn't get Firefly's report? Yes, I did, but how's the bulletin boards? We'll read Firefly's report. Okay, I'll do it at the end. Lava flow isn't stopping, is it? But Iraq, or Mr. President, or for that matter, Saudi Arabia, all of you guys that are, whatever you're going to do, is Iraq going to be involved in this? In the precision surgical procedures? No. In fact, it is extremely important that none of this stuff in aisle 4 spills in from the borders of Iran into the borders of Iraq. Can't do that. Dun, 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 dun. No, you can't do that. So why don't we do something about those borders? I suggest, in my opinion, and when I take you, let's get up there. Okay. Can you see? What? Can you see? No, I can't see. Well, get up here. I can see. Okay, get down. So when I take you to a certain point and I stop, it's because you let them tell you. I believe the smart thing to do is for Iraq to play Pontius Pilate. Yep. What are they doing down there in Saudi Arabia? They're blowing them up. Ooh. What are they doing now up there in Iran? They're blowing them up even more. Ooh. But it's none of my business, is it? None. Do what you're doing. We can do that. Family, in my opinion, the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar, the lava flow continues. It has to continue. It cannot stop. How many times do I give you that comparison? Although, do you know what a sneeze is? You know, like when Donald Duck sneezes?
How's he sneeze?
How's Donald Duck sneeze?
How's he sneeze? Bless you.
Thank you very much. Did you know that when you sneeze, there's a pause in your heart? Did you know that? It's automatic physiology. It has to. This is the way our plumbing works with a pulmonary artery that's connected to the superior vena cava that causes the back pain. But you know what? So anyways, when you sneeze, you chew. What's happening is that the heart is actually contracting and preparing itself for this violent act. A sneeze, the velocity, it is powerful. If you ever see a sneeze in slow motion, wow, it looks like a waterfall of water coming out of your mouth. There goes the kitchen sink too, in the bathtub. I mean, that's I mean, it's a violent act in slow motion, especially, and the heart prepares for it. And when you sneeze, at the apex of your sneeze, right there, as you come out, your heart pauses in order for you to finish your sneeze. You're expelling CO2, and the heart now replaces it with O2 quickly. If it didn't stop, you would be putting back the CO2 back into your blood, and that's not good. Into your pulmonary system, and that's not good. Into your vascular system. Eventually, you would, your 21% saturation of oxygen in your bloodstream would drop, and you would become hypoxic. You turn blue. Me, I would turn a little blue, I guess bluish brown color, and then I would pass out. But the human body prepares itself for that. In my opinion, family, the Saudi Arabia is in a position where it can't be pushed around. And when the evidence shows you, they pushed you, and you say, oh, well, forget about it. No! I know vengeance is mine, says the Lord, and he gives you the ability to acquire that vengeance. What they did was disgusting, and it makes no sense. They should make a movie called Dumber Than Dumber 3 or 2 or whatever it is. Anyways, okay. So, a pause. Are we having a pause in the reinstatement, Frank? Like a heart, like a sneeze and a heart. I mean, come on, think about it. Let's just pretend that, what's the day? I don't even,
Thursday.
Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Pick a day. Well, Fridays are holy day. That's not nice. So Saturday, why not? Pick Saturday. If the Saudi Arabians, went and removed all of that, which is the problem to begin with. Thank you, Obama. They would have never had this if it wouldn't have been for the agreement that they made with Obama. Isn't that something? No. Okay. And we would have had this years ago. So I believe that when this surgical bombing occurs in an area where there's less collateral damage, there'll still be loss of lives, but limited because of where these nuclear plants are at. And I think that logic says that they will also hit their oil refineries. They ain't gonna have nothing left. I mean, embargoes, sanctions, cutting off their borders, especially with whoever at the border of Iraq and Iran, and then carpet bombing, and then an embargo. That's what I had said. We need to choke them off. We don't need to go to war with them. And when they get hit by the United States of America, harsh things could happen in the Middle East. And therefore, but that's about it. You see, the lava flow can also be considered the heartbeat, not only of the Iraqi citizens, but of the whole Middle East. So you don't think that everybody out there is waiting for this to happen? Of course you do. You know that. You see all the companies, you see all the countries, you see all, she's the prettiest girl. Everybody wants a kiss from her. You've never seen this before. Everybody knows they're international. They know they're about to come out internationally with a currency. They've been bragging about it, telling them step by step how they're going to do it. So yeah, there is no delay. There is no stoppage, but there is. What was that? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's move on. Okay. And when would that happen? This, and this, when? Because it's up to, in my opinion, it's up to the President Trump. When? How long? In all honesty, not, I was going to say, and how efficient it. Oh, it'll be very efficient. We don't even use Moabs anymore. I mean, they're cool. I was talking to Walking Stick, and he said, Frank, in the last campaign, we had daisy cutters. For those of you that are in the military, daisy cutters. Now, actually, they're smaller than the Moabs, but these daisy cutters, when they hit and then they would bore, and he said, Frank, it shakes your bones. You can be miles away. Nothing survives. Not even air survives. Not the oxygen in the air. It is burnt. Boom. You suffocate if you survive the bomb. Oh my gosh. They're going to use bunker busters. Bunker busters. Any of you in the military know JDAMs? The JDAMs? What is that? Joint Direct Attack Munitions, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's titanium, but I'm sure it's some other metal alloyed in there. And I don't know what the explosive is, but hey, Area 51. Element 115 ain't got nothing compared to what's in this thing, man. And then it's got the rockets too. A bomb with rockets. That is so cool. They don't just drop it out of the airplane. They say, ready? 3, 2, 1, launch. It hit the ground. Where's the boom? No boom. No boom. Oh my gosh, it's a dud. Wait for it. Wait for it. Get ready. It goes deep. It radiates the explosion. Yeah, so you see, that's what I mean by precision. Very laser, very, very cookie cutter, very, very precise, low collateral damage. That's not a war. That's beating the enemy senseless. So they don't do senseless things again. What I mean is that you break their toys, their weapons. You leave them in their room. You stay in your room. No. Try to come out of your room. United States Treasury, what they do, shut down everything, all their banking. Any money going into that country, sorry. Sorry. It now belongs to the, I don't know, some charity program. Any food, the embargo. They're going to be. You remember the word, the $10 word I gave you, phagocytosis. That's what's going to occur inside of Iran. Iran, despite the fact that Donald Trump, or President Trump, removed abominations deal with them, nuclear deal with them, these little, these bad people in Iran, they still tried to get nuclear weapons despite the agreement that they signed. That's just so bloody hypocritical. How long do you think it's going to take? How long do you think it's going to take? I mean, it depends on President Trump. What? A pause. Now, I went back and I said to you that I don't believe that there's going to be much of a pause. It'll be more like the heart pausing with a sneeze. That quickly. Because the lava flow cannot really be stopped and it continues to flow. You not only got the Saudi Arabia, but you got the United States, you got Israel, you got a lot of other countries that are looking at Iran, at Syria, at Yemen. Marty, where's Marty? He's in China. Is he still in China? Marty, maybe you should cut your trip short, huh? Come home. He's not in China. What? Marty's not in China? No, he's not. Oh. Is he in Iraq? No, he's not. Interesting. This whole cause, in my opinion. President of the United States of America is buying time to prepare for a response that Saudi Arabia is considering. And because we are their allies and we need for the rest of the Middle East to understand we are there forever, things will be taken care of. So it depends on the President, Donald Trump, on his reaction to Iran and how long it'll take. That will determine the strength. That'll determine the definition of our pause. Embargoes, sanctions, border shutdowns, hit their nuke plants, oil plants, stay away from the people. Minimal collateral damage. Sounds like a good plan. Good luck, you guys. I don't believe you're going to see anything spilled into Iraq. Because in my heart, I believe that the President of the United States of America, in his slow process, in his methodical thinking, in his intel gathering, I see that the President of the United States is protecting the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar. Trump will not have Iran, listen, Trump will not have Iran benefit from Iraq's monetary reform, nor will he allow any spillage of this confrontation into Iraq. You cannot touch the people, you cannot touch the reform, you cannot touch their currency. You're not going to get across that wall anyways. Ring a ding ding. Walking stick. A pause, right? That's what they said. Will we see that word? Maybe. Can I use that word? Yes. In my opinion. Frank, just be prepared. All right. Frank. Yes, sir. You don't have to say all right like that. Yes, sir. Frank, what? Nothing along the monetary reform lines is going to stop. It is the end results. It is the end results of the monetary reform that may deal with a brief pause or not. Say that again, sir. Nothing along the monetary reform lines is going to stop, Frank. I just want you to be prepared. It is the end results of the monetary reform that may deal with a brief pause or not. The recalculations? Do you understand me? Don't ask me questions. Yes, sir. So the baby's still going to be delivered? Of course. But you have to be fair about it, Frank. When this happens, let it pause. Okay. But sir, it's not pausing in the banks. I said a brief pause or not. Yes, sir. That's why every word is so important. Every word I give to you, family, is well precision cut. Yeah, President Trump does not want Iran in any way, shape, or form to benefit from what's about to happen to monetary reform. I believe Donald Trump loves the monetary reform of Iraq because he's used Iraq to make some amazing deals with so many countries around the world on an international status. Today, somebody says, somebody blow a whistle, doggone it. Did you see what Trump just said to that guy in that country? What'd he say? Well, let them tell you. You're going to turn in what he said? That's not, no, I'm not going to turn it in. What? He's not turning it in. Well, next Thursday, he better have a good explanation for it. Yeah, your scandalism. Trump has made and said a lot of, Trump is a businessman, okay? Welcome to his world. Mr. Squealer, or whatever they called you. What a ridiculous amount of time and money that you other people are doing. So, just be prepared, says my friend Walking Stick. Because shoot, you never know how this thing can turn out. I mean, yeah, we believe what? Less than 24? Max 72, copy. Stay in your foxhole. Understood, sir. We just won't say anything. I'll just say this, right? Right. Okay. Sounds good to me. If you read somewhere that Mahdi, he had to haul Gluteus Maximus back to Iraq, well then maybe we talk more about the pause, okay? But you see, ladies and gentlemen, the pause is not like some type of a delay. The pause is some type of a protection for the monetary reform. Fascinating. You have to be realistic about this, okay? If you see two people arguing and they're yelling and screaming, a man and a woman, and you know that they're yelling and screaming at each other, there's a good chance they're not happy. It's the wrong time to go up there to them and ask them, hi, I'd like to sell you some insurance. No! Okay. And and if we see what's going on in Iran, oh come on, it's only fair. Hey, let's watch this, okay? Let's pray for this, okay? Tell you what, let's not even watch it no more. But the monetary reform continues, and I'd like to give you an example of it. Would you like that? How are they doing, Tank?
Okay, I got rid of 2 people already.
Two? Oh, really?
I give them 3 chances, then they're gone.
You give them 3 chances? Really? They're criticizing our intel, our information, my opinion?
Just being stupid.
Really? Hold on, time out. Because we know those 2 people are still with us. They just can't post, that's all. Hold on, let me see if I can make them happy. Flash! My uncle has a neighbor whose dog is able to read lips in Arabic. And he was watching the cable Islamic TV, and the dog said, "Ruff, ruff, ruff, ruff," and ruff, 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 ruff. And the guy says, "Oh God, are you kidding me, Rover?" And Rover says, "What? I got to repeat myself." Ruff, 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 ruff. And then they said they were exchanging at what is it, 40 Rover? How much? Ruff, 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 ruff. At $44.44, he said. My G-. Okay. Thank you very much. Can you imagine if they take this part and put it somewhere else? You see what Frank said? Okay. So many wonderful things came out of this. And yesterday I laid them all out, remember? Gosh, so many from the GCC to us going in there and not just fixing it, but fixing it big time with our stuff now in there that we needed to get in there anyway. So we really didn't have a means of protecting it, but it's okay now. I mean, so many things that hey, Saudi, yeah. Is it true? Did you call Iraq today? Yeah, we did. What'd you ask Iraq for? Oil. What? Oil. But you got plenty of oil, and they didn't do much damage, and America's got plenty of oil. Prices of oil didn't go up. Well, you really oil? Well, this is going to help Iraq big time. You should see what China wants, Hong Kong wants. I mean, this is amazing. There's so much money that Iraq is about to bring in. And you in Saudi, really? No, seriously, you asked them for oil? Uh-huh. But you got plenty of oil. Uh-huh. I swear, let me figure this one out. Were you told to buy their oil? Mm-hmm. Really? Why? Because he's got our back. And he's trying to help Iraq with a lot of things. Thank goodness this is all in my opinion. Because it's too brilliant to be in my opinion. I know where. Thank you. I know where. Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I got me a little notice here from my broker, and it's very interesting. You see, it came in yesterday, early in the morning, and my broker says to me, "Hey, Frank, don't sell more than 2.5 million dinars a day now." What? Don't. I'll update you this coming Tuesday and let you know what's going on. Why? They say that there's a big holiday coming up. And they say that there's maybe something, I don't know, disturbance, pause, because of the oil thing that's going on over there. Really? Yeah. I get a phone call from him this morning. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hey, Larry, what's up? We can take that off now. I can sell anything now? Yeah, you can sell. There's no limit of 2.5 million. No. How'd that happen so quick? So whatever it was that happened in the Middle East, it sure seems like, my goodness, thank God, let's move forward with everything. And in the meantime, and stay in your room. Just stay in your room and shut up. Now, over here, let's continue this, and we're all set. Everybody's all set. Okay. That's the way I see it. Because when you think about what the Firefly said, phone please. It only adds more validity, more backup to it. In this geopolitical arena that we're dealing with and studying, we have these two that are partners, and in the Middle East, where you have Iran and Iraq, they're playing quite. They're playing some powerful pieces on the chessboard right now, and if things continue the way they are, the Middle East is going to prosper in the same way that the international world is prospering or is about to, because again of Iraq. I call it a linchpin for the deals internationally, and I also call it, I guess, a linchpin for it becoming a financial central hub. Wow. United Arab Emirates, Dubai, places like that, okay. But Iraq, a war-torn area? No, it's not. So it's really important that Saudi Arabia does what it has to do in Iran. And it's really important that the United States backs them. But it's really important that we don't go to war. And if we go to war, this here RI, man, you just don't want it to have any hiccups, any problems, any delays, any reasons to say, no, okay, we're not going to do it. No. Because the citizens of Iraq, they are primed, ready now. Yesterday, they were looking for that commercial that they were promised about Saturday's seminar. Today, we have oh my goodness, we're running out of time. We may not be able to give you Firefly's report today. I'm so sorry. Not. China, Japan, North Korea, Russia, Hong Kong, you name it, all these countries. And it goes into the hundreds that have made deals already with the United States of America using Iraq to broker these deals. No, this is so important. So what Iran did in a very, very, very stupid military blunder almost worked for them, huh? Now, the world economies are depending on the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar because their contracts are tied through Iran. Well, not all countries, but a majority of them. You got the United States of America, Donald Trump. Like I said, I'll bet you anything he's got a 50 IQ. Well, those are no good. He's got a 25K. He's got at least one, right? I bet you. It's important to the United States of America because this is what we do, is to pay our bills. And the investors around the world that are committed, I mean, no, can't, no, this ain't gonna fail, and it's not gonna stop. And now, the citizens, you see, they're number one up there, right? It can't fail with, what the dickens? Oh, bless your heart. Somebody texted me and said, hey, Frank, what? Frank, what? It's your show, man. It's your show. Don't let people tell you what you can and cannot say. Don't worry about being political, man, because all things are political. And if they don't like it, they don't have to listen. But we are Christians, and we need to educate people, whether it be positive or negative about Trump or Obama. People need to hear the facts. Yeah, but I also have to be careful in the way I present it, not to come across too biased. I mean, the Republicans, Donald Trump, I hate politics. And I'm forced to talk about it. You think I want to talk about this with you? I told you, I received my reports. You get about anywhere from 10 to 25% of that report. And I have to decide what to give you. I think that this is extremely important because, in my opinion, we're not going to war. We're going to get some cookie cutters. Clean up in aisle 4, please. All right, here we go. You ready? Stop texting me. I already read your Let's read yesterday's report and tie it in with today's report, because I think it's important. I really do. You understand more of today's report based on yesterday. Here we go. Good morning, Frank. This is yesterday at 7 in the morning. Firefly 77 says it on television. This is yesterday, Wednesday, okay? He says that on television they're showing another bank workshop. You see, this one on cybersecurity, but Mr. Frank, this was done weeks ago. You see, I personally know, as a merchant, I personally know. Yeah, I know personally that says that my bank teller is telling me this because they had to take the course. My bank teller even told me, we went and we took this course and it was about cyber something or another. Yeah, they're teaching us what we have to tell you, and here, this is the description of what, okay, thank you. So, I don't know, Mr. Frank, that's what was on TV about this, but it's weird because this cybersecurity seminar, no, it's already been done. It's like they just filled in. Pause. No, there isn't. But anyways, Mr. Frank, this was done weeks ago. I know personally because my bank teller told me that they had to take the course and pass the course weeks ago. So I'm not sure why they are releasing this news weeks later. But my bank teller says all training for bank is done weeks ago, and we should see starting tomorrow, which is today, Thursday. We should start seeing tomorrow information about the seminars this coming Saturday, because we ain't seeing nothing today, Mr. Frank. Wednesday. Do you remember Monday night conference call? The report came in, Mr. Frank, they're going to tell us about it, a seminar. We don't know when. At that time, we didn't know. Remember, yesterday we found out. And as I was reading, I told you this yesterday, and I know I'm repeating it again, but it's important. Repetition is the mother of remembering. as I scrolled through it, he said, "No, we don't know when they're going to tell us." And I said, "Look for it Thursday." And I went back down like this. So yesterday he was saying, "Yeah, we don't understand. They're not showing us what you told us yet, but they're telling us about this, this other seminar. But they didn't even tell us what day it was. Well, what was the sense of telling us about it? My teller tells me he did this a long time ago. So I don't know. I don't care." Anyways, so weeks ago this was done, and but my teller tells me that we should start tomorrow, which is today, seeing information about the seminars for this Saturday. So they'll tell them tomorrow, today on. I just blew it. Anyways, talk amongst yourselves. I got the club right now. I messed up. And Rosanna, Dan, I messed up. Anyways, they're showing Mahdi on his plane because he's going to China. And they're also showing other big shots in Kurdistan. And the Kurds are saying that they are resolved all problems with Baghdad. Yep, all of them. And this is the best relationship that they have ever had with Baghdad. No visual aids, Mr. Frank. But we'll no visual aid, but hopefully by Saturday. So this was last night, okay? You see that? It's the end of that. That's last night. And I told him, I said, look, I pray that today, that we start to see the advertising about Saturday's meeting with the citizens, because this is what I told you, and this is what we had in our file. Thank you. Yes, sir. 7:59 in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Frank. Today. Report for today. Firefly 77 says, on television and on the billboards today, it's commercials. It's commercials about the CBI banks of Iraq. How now they have the very first digital employee. Oh my God. I'm so jealous of their ATM machines. You got a what? Yeah, they're showing us on television and the commercials up on the board, Mr. Frank, that our CBI banks here, we have the first digital employee that is on the screen. And this digital employee guides the customer through the transaction. They're saying that this is the first, and all banks in Iraq eventually will have this capability. Can you imagine? You go up to the teller, hey, boy, O'Day, we're going to lose our teller? Oh, man, that's bad. Oh, man, I guess they found out how we do things, how we get it. Hey, get me to the tellers. That's Frank Twizzy talking to me. Get me to the tellers now. So what you guys got? Well, it's a big screen, and you go up to the teller there, and there's nobody, but there's a big screen there, and the guy, and he comes on. And, hello. May I help you? That's okay. Transaction? Okay, thank you. Y'all come back now. Yeah. Well, that was it, but they don't say that. Hey, I can just imagine. You remember what was it? Max what?
Headroom.
Remember Max Headroom? Oh my goodness. That's the state of the art. For a program rate? Shut the freaking front door, Frank, because that's stupid. That's some serious technology to protect what's behind that. Wow. You can't even rob the bank. God bless America. Gee whiz. This is a holdup. Oh, okay, thank you very much. Would you like George Foreman grill set with this? So, Mr. Frank, it's a cool. I mean, not only in the banks, but up in the billboards are showing us this. This is the screen. This, it's a digital employee. It's the first time ever, and wow, it's on the screens, and it guides the customers through transaction and saying that this is the first, and all banks eventually, excuse me, all Iraqi banks will eventually have this capability. Hello. Would you like some toilet paper currency? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Like toilet paper currency. We also have some expired 50s. Oh Lord, okay. I can just see it gets Max Shetterman gets stuck. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. But then, one day, Firefly 77 says, but Mr. Frank, the billboards today, they did have a brief message for a while. But this little brief message, it runs all day. It's like a short story, but they're saying that there will be a banking seminar this Saturday as it's my UB2. You wait for it. What did we call it? Let me think. The first one was the first seminar where they taught them what they were going to give them. And we called it the first article from the CBI. And this we call what? The second article from the CBI to the citizens. Well, this is close. So they're saying that the banking seminar this Saturday, as they're calling it, phase 2. And it's being implemented for the banking sector. That's all we see, and that's all that's only on the billboards. It's not TV showing, because on TV they're showing the Kurds and Baghdad in Kurdistan talking about the budget in Article 140, and they're saying that all is going well, and it is very, very positive meeting. Wow, that's hard to believe. Reconciliation actually exists in Iraq. They're showing Mahdi in China, and they're saying that this will lead to economic explosions for Iraq. Ta-da! So you get the gist of what's going on? I don't think we're going to war. But the United States of America is in a position in the Middle East where it better put up or shut up or get the heck out of there. So no worries, what you want to do, and they're going to back them up, and then the Middle East will say, that's cool. And in doing so, oh man, so many other benefits are coming out of this. Thank you, Iran. And they're going to send Iran to their room, Junior, go to your room. And that's going to tie them up. They're not going to be, they're going to starve to death. They're going to have problems. Infection will probably set in, and then the mafioso styles where, clans and groups will hog the money, the food, the water, and eventually it could be a coup, a takeover, but the people are so weak they don't have the ability. No, they will implode, or they'll end up doing something tremendously desperate. And that's why you got to go break their toys, like I told you when we started. Go to your room. And he's breaking them, he's messing them. Go in there and just take the toys away or break them. And then we have the reinstatement inside of Iraq that apparently looks like it's still going. And I'm curious to see what this Saturday seminar is all about. Phase 2. Phase 1 was, look at here, you see that? Yeah? Okay. I think that phase 2 will be, you see this? Okay, this is it. Yeah. And then maybe we walk into that 4th week where they say, this which we showed you, you're not going to get it. And because we lifted the value to to give you purchasing power. So congratulations, Iraqi citizens. And then the next step is externally, but that's where I leave you. I will not walk with you. In fact, when this blessing occurs, more than likely, I'll let them tell you. If we know that it's happening, I'm not going to tell you. Besides, you're going to be asleep when it's happening. Yeah, but in the still of the night, you will awaken, and it will be plastered all over the place. It will be big news. And the reason why is because then you have the permission to talk about this big event. Right now, the paranoia to protect it, causes confusion. But it also causes more confusion because there's a lot of people that don't really care what you know. They go about their business and they talk about it, or they invest in it, or they do it, or they come into Iraq, or they sign contracts, or they make commitments, or whatever, I mean, look at all the deals, all these countries, and what are they doing? Mainly all of them. Now you can add Saudi Arabia to that. Hey guys, get over here, because you're going to be buying Iraqi oil. For what reason? Or to sell it and stimulate it and help them. It's more for Iraq than it is. Hey, I do something for you, you do something for me, okay? I hope you enjoyed your conference call. I did. I can keep talking because there's more topics to talk about, but we had to hit this. Very strategically and surgically, and very precise. Thank you for being with me. God bless you. Aloha. Aloha nakawai to everybody. I'll see you next. They're all saying goodbye. But bye, John. Hey, listen, before I leave, there is someone. What was his name? Gene?
Gene. Yeah.
Gene. And his wife's name was Sherry?
Cheryl, maybe?
Cheryl? Or Sherry? Something like that. Greetings, ma'am. I'm sorry that I butchered your name. But your husband told me about and by the way, we're done. We're done with the study. That's the end of my UB2B. Thank you kindly for coming. This is just a little one-on-one. If you want to listen, it's up to you. But ma'am, my husband told me about, what was it, C2, C3, C4, C5. They're all fused together. And when I was talking to your husband, I explained to him that you have a burning sensation that comes right from the clavicle bone. It comes down into your bicep, and then it travels right into this radial area, and your thumb, it just as numb can be. You don't even feel with it. And then this index finger, it feels like it's asleep. You know when your hand falls, your arm falls asleep, and like, but to have that feeling 24/7. And the middle finger is also a little bit affected. So you got this claw that really doesn't work, and you use mainly these fingers to do a lot of work with. And he says, my God, Frank, you should have been a doctor. I said, no, I'm a respiratory therapist. I'm a biologist. But I broke my neck in 1997 on the second most dangerous beach on the island of Oahu in Hawaii. Greg Louganis was there. Greg Louganis, he was he's an Olympic diving champion. The riptide was so powerful that it caught him, shot him out, and they had to bring out a helicopter to go get him. One of those red and white rescue helicopters. They came in back in the net. But it turns out that I broke my neck on that beach that day. C3, C4. And these are not human bones, by the way, but this is cow bones, and I have them frozen because you see this right here? This material is the padding in between our bones. Whether it be that this is the vertebrae, or whether it be that these are the phalanges in your fingers, or your kneecap area, whatever. You have bone on bone. And if you don't have that stuff, well, then it's definitely just Ooh, bone on bone. But here, you hear that? See? A little bit different compared to. So, when we get hurt, when we reach our 45s, we produce actually an enzyme that removes this padding. I guess God doesn't want us to jump and run and be so flexible, but I want to be that way. So I take this product, Liquid BioCell, and it has three things in it: hyaluronic acid, congruent sulfate, and collagen type 2 that adheres to the bone. And this stuff, after taking it for a month or two, one day I was driving and I had to get on the expressway, and you look like that, right? Well, I couldn't. I always had to turn like this. I had to turn my shoulders in order to turn to the right because I broke it on the right side. I got hit by a 10-foot wave, knocked me out underwater. And when I was getting on the expressway, it was I-75. I remember, well, I got to look and see if there's oncoming traffic, and if you got to scream like a banshee, go ahead. So I did one of these. I go, woohoo! I thought, wow. Now, granted, I have been taking this product for like about 6, 7, 8 months or something like that, and it put the padding back in between my bones. And I was grateful because I lived with pain and this. I used to itch this so. For about 18 years. So when this product came into my life, I thought, yeah, whatever. I mean, I went to a chiropractic doctor, I went to a medical doctor, I went to a bone doctor, an orthopedic doctor. Shoot, I went to a witch doctor. I went to every doctor there was, and nobody could help me. My wife was involved in a car accident. They hit her in the back, and boom, it spun the car around like that. And it shifted her spinal cord from the axis of her hips. And she had a sexy walk after that, She walked like John Wayne, really. Yeah. I'm sorry. You mad at me? One day I caught her crying because she couldn't get out of bed. I never said, you see, there's someone saying, are you saying that this is going to help grow back the cartilage that's between the bones? No, I never said that. Who said that? Well, let me rewind. No, never said it. What I did say is that this product has hyaluronic acid, congruent sulfate, and collagen type 2 that adheres to the bone. And that's the padding. That has nothing to do with the ligaments that allow you to turn to the right, to the left, moving. That's something different. It's okay. I understand if you don't know, didn't know, you know now, okay? So this stuff, it's guaranteed. Now, in the first month, in the first 3 months, I noticed something. Look at me. Look at my face. I am going to be 64. I'm going on 64 years old. Remember, Tink, when you used to tell me, don't frown?
Yep.
Why?
Because it makes your face wrinkle.
My wrinkles disappeared. I got like one major one here. That's about it, ain't it? Mm-hmm. And the other thing too, like the crow's feet and right here, the hyaluronic acid, you can Google this and study it. It takes, like taking a raisin and turning it into a grape. We're just bags of water. How much, look, what am I drinking? Huh? See that? It's a new drink, something new. It's called H2O. And unfortunately, we just drink pop, coffee, orange, juices with sugar, Gatorade, whatever, but we don't drink water. And our skin, it dies. Our hair falls out and turns gray. And then on top of that, you even get skin tags or what do you call it? Age spots. It's just, the skin is dead. There's 3 layers to it: the endoderm, the epiderm, and the epidermis. But the epidermis is the one that really usually just dries out. But then you got the flow of blood. What's it carrying? Oxygen, right? And you got the dendrites to the hair, and they say, well, there's nothing here. There's no moisture. There's no water. It's a desert in your skin, man. And no matter how much your blood flows, you're not going to help your skin. I started taking it, and in the 3rd month, I had a skin tag right here for 20 something years. It fell off. Stop texting me. Thank you. It fell off. Skin tags, three of them on my body fell off. I remember that. But the main thing is this. It put the padding back in there. And look at that. Look at that. I'm grateful. I'm proud. I'm grateful to Will to bring me the product. I'm grateful to God that this product. Now, the thing about Liquid BioCell, it's got a patent. You cannot find hyaluronic acid in a liquid form in a store. You can find the cream, you can find the paste, you can find the tablets, but you're not going to find in liquid form. I like that. So when you drink it, it goes straight into your bloodstream, straight to where it has to stick to your bones. It's $140 a month. There's 2 of these bottles in a case. Yeah, you shake it really good. Dale, it's a day, it's a say, it's a say. Really? It's up to you, babe. Or just turn it off if you don't mind, so I can talk. What was I saying?
$140.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's 2 of these in a case. It's $140. You take a tablespoon in the morning, put it in the refrigerator, shake it, take another tablespoon in the evening, put it in the refrigerator. Just before the second bottle runs out, we put you on auto shipment, by the way, so that you can get the next one. You don't want to stop. I would never stop taking this. I never will ever stop taking this. So, in the beginning, you're going to notice your skin. Take a picture of the top of your head. Not the bottom, the top. Take a picture of your face. Both sides, okay? And front. And 3 months later, look at the difference. Take those pictures again. Use the same environment, the same setting, the same light, okay? You'll see. I'm not telling you you're going to look young, but I'm going to tell you that wherever you had wrinkles and crevices and scar tissue, that it just puffs you up. With water. And we're just bags of water. And how many of us drink water? What is it, 8? Is it 8 ounces we're supposed to drink a day?
No.
No? 86 ounces a day?
8 ounces.
Eight ounces? Guys,
A lot.
what's 8 times 6 is 644 divided by square root? 64? Really? Ounces of water a day? How many of you do that? And if you don't, your body suffers. So hyaluronic acid, the molecule, it takes 2,000 times more molecules of water to your skin. You know something? I actually noticed a difference. I noticed a difference on my skin in the first 3 months. From the 6th, 7th to the 8th month is when I realized something. The pain is gone in my neck. I'm not supposed to say pain, so forgive me. I'm not supposed to say that word. So the discomfort went away. Yeah, the discomfort, the hurt, the excruciating discomfort, hurt went away. And that's why I'll never stop taking this product. Because if I do, I'm afraid it'll come back. You know, the skin is the largest organ in the body. Did you know that? The largest organ in the body is because we breathe through our skin. And I saw improvement. Can you imagine what it did to the skin, to the tissue of my liver, my kidney, my pancreas, my eyes, you know, a lot of things. Anyways, and this is called Liquid BioCell Life. There's 4 of them. Liquid BioCell Life has 15 fruits and berries.
13.
Huh?
13.
13? 13 fruits and berries. They're antioxidants. And it has the 3 things I just told you. Hyaluronic acid, congruent sulfate, and collagen type 2. And that's what goes to the padding in between your bones. There's another one, Liquid BioCell Pure. Same thing, except it doesn't have the 13 berries. In case you're diabetic, even fructose, you know, you got to measure all your sugar levels, you know. So if you don't want to mess with any kind of even natural sugar, then there is the Liquid BioCell Pure. It has the 3 things for your joints. Then there's a third one, it's called Liquid BioCell Sport Athletes. We have a lot of professionals on this product because they recoup a lot faster, removes lactic acid, helps their joints to be strong. And athletes are athletes to make money. If they have any kind of advantage the next day, that's good. And that one's called Liquid BioCell Sport. And the last one is called Liquid BioCell Skin. Guess what that's for? Come on. What do you think Liquid BioCell skin is for? Huh? Yeah, the skin. Yeah, you know, people like with eczema, psoriasis, scar tissue, stretch marks, anything, you know, on the skin, that it is amazing stuff. Let me end up by showing you a picture. This is one of my, can I have the kneecap? Yeah. I really like it. And by the way, here they are. These are the 4 right there. Now, if you're interested in any of these, and you just call me, hey, Frank, I don't want to go on no auto shipment. Fine. We put you on it for 2 reasons, so that they overlap and you don't run out. And also you get the lower price, the $140. You don't want to pay the higher price, do you? No. And if ever you say, I quit, I don't want to do it no more, then all you have to do is just simply call me and say, Frank, take me off of auto shipment. Of the thousands of people that are using this product, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 have said that to me. Look at here. This is a good example. This is a kneecap, okay? Now, in this here kneecap, the problem is that I can't see. Let me see. Well, no, let me see where my pin is at here. There's a delay over there. Where am I? Right. I'm right smack in the middle. Okay. Well, the cartilage that you was talking about is that red stuff. Where's the red stuff? Jan, here, you come and point. You come and point. Oh, look at that beautiful hand. Where's your hand? I want to see your hand.
I didn't get the hand.
Do the band. Oh, okay. Your head is in my way, thing. Okay. Now go ahead and touch the red. This here red is the ligaments. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that. But notice that point at something, Tink, one of the other 3. I'm not seeing you point. There. Okay, now I see it. Well, that there is the hyaluronic acid, and you can see that it's a round little hard thing. Get that out of the way, honey. Get it up. Thank you. It's a hard substance that is a padding in between the bones. Check that out. Now let's go to the other one, collagen type 2. And collagen type 2 right there is another form of padding, but it's a thin layer. And then the last one, congruent sulfate, right there. Another layer that's on the bottom part of a bone. So these are on the condyles, the end parts of the bone of the kneecap. Now the only thing missing is the kneecap itself and the menisca, but that's not part of the illustration. So you've learned something about the Iraqi dinar, in my opinion. And I wanted to give this information out to our dear friend, and if any of you stuck around and listened to it. My name is Frank. My phone number is 419-283-2552. You're welcome to call me. I'll answer any of your questions. And if you want to order the product, I'll order it for you. Just have your credit card ready, and we'll take the information. Product gets to you in about 4 or 5 days. The company even says that if you're not happy with it, they'll refund your money. Isn't that interesting?
First 30 days.
Oh, for the first 30 days, yeah. If you feel that it didn't work, it's not relieving that aching feeling in between their bones, they'll give you your money back. I never asked for mine back. This is our life. The phone just will ring and ring and ring until about 1 o'clock, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. People in California just, and there's some phone messages that we have to return. So, I'm happy. I don't even have to sneeze. And I hope you enjoyed your conference call or your UB2B. I gotta go. Y'all take care, okay? See you tomorrow on our UB2B. Aloha. Aloha, no ke oi.